Good evening, lifers. Good evening, community. I am Ruth, your peace coach, and welcome to 15 to Life, where we learn, grow, and serve for a peaceful life. If you have not already, ladies, you know what to do. Like the page, share the stream, because you know we are growing our community, and I need your help to do that. If this is your first time here at 15 to Life, thank you so much for joining us tonight, for joining our community. We call ourselves Lifers because we are doing life together. And y'all know I always love your comments. So again, if this is your first time, put your name in there so we can see that it is your first time. Again, thank you for joining us. And I want to hear what you have to say in this conversation. I know a bunch of y'all are out there already greeting each other. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I want to get right to it because y'all know we got what? 15 minutes to a better life, to a more peaceful life, to a life of growth. Yes, 15 minutes. Now, last month, February, the month of love, we talked about loving yourself, taking care of yourself, loving your body, letting go of your mistakes and letting go of shame, those type of things. This month is March. March is spring. I think spring is March 20th or something like that. And so what we're going to focus on this month is, let me get right to it, is we're going to focus on spring cleaning, cleaning out your life. March is spring cleaning, cleaning out your life. And my focus scripture for this month is Psalm 51:10, and it says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, renew a loyal spirit within me." Create in me a clean heart. And ladies, we want to have a clean heart. We want to begin to clear out all those things that are in our heart that's not like God. We're going to clean out. We're going to talk about cleaning all those things out spiritually. But before we do that, today, what we're going to deal with is cleaning out the natural clutter. Cleaning out the natural clutter that is in our lives. And you guys know that over the winter months, we bring in a lot of things. It's almost like we're hibernating, because we're bringing things in because we're hunkering down and we don't want to throw anything out because we don't know if we might need it. You think about the squirrels and the ants and all that, how they just bring all those things in. And so we're the same way. So we're not throwing away anything. We're holding on to all this stuff. So now that it's spring, now it's time to say, okay, we're going to open up the windows. We're going to open up the doors. We're going to air out this house, and we're going to clear out all this clutter and all these things that we brought in throughout the winter time. Now, I saw this definition for clutter because, I'm thinking about what is clutter. And I was going to put it in my PowerPoint, but I didn't have time, or I forgot about it really. And so I have put it down on a piece of paper for you. And I don't know, I'm going to see if you can see this. Clutter is postponed decisions. And I love that definition. Clutter is postponed decisions. And you think about that. When you think about all that clutter that you have in your house, it's really postponed decision. It's those things that you've been holding on to, that you've been trying to figure out, do I need to keep that thing? Do I need to throw it away? What do I need to do? Even when you think about your heart, do I need to forgive that person? Do I need to let it go? What do I need to do? Do I want to continue to have that person be in my life and hurt me? Or do I want to say, I'm going to let that person go? So clutter, it's really nothing more than postponed, I'm getting hot here, postponed decisions. And that's what it is. So when we're talking about, so how many of you, let me ask you real quick, what are some of the things that you have brought into your home during the winter time that you like, I know I need to throw that thing away? So I want you to tell me, what is something that you brought into your home that you go, I need to throw that thing away? And I know for me, maybe some old boots or something like that. I just need to, I've been kind of clearing out some stuff already, but I want to hear from you. What are some things that you brought into your home during the winter time, or maybe just something that you've had in your house for a long time that you just need to get rid of, that you've been holding on to? Yeah, put that thing in there and let us know. Okay. So when we're talking about clutter, we're talking about natural clutter. Okay. Next week, we're going to get to spiritual clutter, but we're talking about natural clutter. What does clutter do to you? Okay. What does clutter do to you? And what natural clutter does to you is it makes you less productive. It reduces your ability to focus. It causes you to be anxious, stressed, and depressed. And it affects your relationships. Yes, clutter. It makes you less productive because you can't think right, because you've got all this stuff going on. So you can't really focus. It makes it very hard to focus. You think about that. When I'm in the office here at home and I have a lot of stuff in the desk and all that, I can't focus. I literally have to clean up so that I can clear my mind so that I can focus and do what I need to do. And it does. It makes you anxious. It makes you stressed. And it can make you depressed because, again, you're looking at all this stuff and you're like, what do I need to do with all this stuff? It affects your relationships. If you have a person who's more cleaner than you, then you all could be kind of going back and forth because they want a little bit more clean than you. And then also it's hard to focus on that other person. And I'm not even talking about your spouse, even your children. It makes it hard to focus on them because all of your focus is going on all that clutter. So it hinders your relationships because all your focus is on all that stuff around you. And so what else does natural clutter do? You're more likely to have sleeping problems. It causes you to make poor eating choices, resulting in you being overweight. You become more impulsive. Your attachment to your possessions can be overwhelming, and you have a lot of competing agendas. All right. So I'm going to go in a little bit more detail on that. Studies have shown that people, when they have a lot of clutter in their bedrooms, they can't sleep because your brain wants order. Your brain does not like disorder. And so when you're trying to go to sleep and you've got and right before you close your eyes and you're looking at all that clutter, your brain is like, oh my, I can't handle this. And you can't sleep well. And then you know that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you're going to see is all that clutter, all the clutter on your nightstand, all the clutter in the corner, all the clutter on the floor. It makes you wake up in the morning and you're already depressed because you're looking at a mess. Okay. And it causes you to have bad eating choices. They said there was a study that was done, I think in 2016, where they had two kitchens. One was clean and one was cluttered. And in each one, they put an apple and a cookie in each kitchen. And most of the people, when they were given the choice of picking up the cookie or the apple, in the cluttered kitchen, they picked up, yes, the cookie. In the clean kitchen, they picked up the apple. That's the way our brains function. In clutter, you become more impulsive. Yes, your attachment to your possessions can become overwhelming. And we all know this. There's something that you have that that you don't need. You haven't used it in 10 years. But if somebody says, let's throw that thing away, you're just like, no, I want to keep it because what? I might need it. So your attachment to your possessions become overwhelming. And so everything becomes something that I might need or that you might need. So you're unwilling to part with those things, even if it's a mug that you got when, I don't know, maybe you went on a trip somewhere. And, how many of us have 10,000 mugs? And I'm going to tell on my mama because when she moved into her home, her apartment, and she just had, 50 mugs and all of them were important. And, well, this person gave me that one and I got that one from the job and blah, 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 and on and on. I was like, look, Mariemma, You only need like 5 mugs. So you better pick which ones you want and get rid of the rest. And so we all have those things. I'm trying to see. Granny said, old clothes. Yes, Peggy. Too many mugs. Absolutely. Knickknacks. Yes. Clementine, clothes. Mail. Yes. I saw something that said you should not let your mail go without opening it no more than like 3 or 4 days. Okay. Really, you should open it every day so it doesn't get overwhelming. But if you don't do that, at least every few days, you should open up your mail. Yes, stuff that needs shredded. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Greta, she said she just moved and she just threw away almost everything. That's good because somebody said that, and that's something else that I read. They said that you should, everybody should move like every 5 years or so to force them to get rid of stuff. Okay. And then my time's getting away. And then you have competing agendas because it's like, should I keep that? Should I throw that away? What should I do with it? So now that we know what clutter does to us, it is not good for us. Clutter is not good. So how do we clean out all this natural clutter? How do we clean out this natural clutter? Start small, ladies. Don't say, I'm going to clean out the garage, or don't say, I'm going to clean out the basement, or I want to even clean out my room. Start with a drawer. Start with your lingerie drawer. Clean that out. Start with something very, very small. Maybe a drawer in your bathroom. Something like that. Very small. I love this one. Don't start with sentimental items. If you start with sentimental items, that's my grandmother. Now, surely they ain't saying throw away anything that was your grandmother's or your great grandmother's. But a sentimental item, maybe you went on a trip or something and you got something. Don't start with things like that because you're never going to get anywhere. You're going to be keeping everything because everything is going to be sentimental. Okay? View your home as a first-time visitor. Look at your home and say, walk through the front door and you look at your house as a visitor would see your house. What are you looking at? Because see, we have a tendency to overlook stuff because we see it so much, we don't see it, if that makes sense. So go through your house and look at it as a first-time visitor. What would they see when they walk in your house? And then what would they think about you? Get help from a friend if you need help, and then fill a trash bag as fast as you can with as much stuff as you don't use. Just go through, don't even think about it. Just go through and start grabbing stuff and saying, okay, this is what I'm throwing out. Because if you think about it, then you will not throw it out. All right, here's something else. Give away. I think Greta put that in there. Give away clothes that you don't wear. Give away clothes that you haven't worn in 10 years, but you're saying, as soon as I lose that last 5 pounds, I'm going to get into it. Or maybe it's just, out of date or whatever, and you just like it. Just give the clothes away that you don't wear. Okay. Or if you just want to keep just one thing, like I do, let me just say this. Let me look. I do have this one dress that my husband gave me, like, I think we were newly married, and it's like this black dress and it has like these gold balls on the arm, and then he had it monogram. Now, of course, I was little bitty when he bought me that dress, and I know I would never ever fit back in that dress again, but I refuse to get rid of it because it has my embroidered with my name on it, my initials, my monogram, and I just love it. So I'll never get rid of that one thing. I will keep that. Okay. And let me see, where were we? Oh, yes. Take before and after photos of a small area that you clean, because then that's going to make you feel like good. Okay. And then use the 3-box method. One thing, the box for in, let me go here. A box for in things, a box for things you're going to throw away, and then a box for I don't know. So you're going to have 3 boxes. These are things that you're keeping. These are things that you're throwing away. These are things that you don't know. And I have 1 minute left, and I want to leave you with this little quote that I found, and I thought it was so cool, and I love it. It says, leave behind your cluttered mind. Leave behind your mess. Call your long lost former loves and wish them all the best. Put to rest your petty grudges. Open up your heart. Build a year that's free and clear before it even starts. So if you have to screenshot that, ladies, I want you to screenshot that. Okay. I love you all. This has been wonderful. Remember, let me get back to you. Remember, I love you. I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. Clean out that clutter. Your homework this week is to clean out one thing, one small thing. All right. I'm out of here. I love you. And I will see you next week.